Silence is power, the Stoic way to master yourself. Soft music fades in calm, reflective tone. Silence is not weakness, it is power. In a world where everyone is shouting to be heard, the quiet one often stands tallest. The Stoics understood this. Epictetus once said, "Better to trip with the feet than with the tongue," because words, once spoken, can never be taken back. But silence is choice. Silence is restraint. Silence is mastery. Look around you. Social media rewards the loudest voices. Meetings are filled with noise, and conversations often become battles for attention. Noise is everywhere, but silence has become a lost art. And yet, those who master it, those who know when not to speak, hold the greatest strength of all. They are not moved by anger, not controlled by ego, not desperate for approval. They control themselves, and in mastering themselves, they master every situation. In this video, we'll explore 6 moments in life where silence becomes your ultimate weapon. 6 times when saying nothing is not cowardice, but courage. Because silence is not empty. Silence speaks, and sometimes it speaks louder than words ever could. 1. When you're unfairly criticized. Marcus Aurelius said, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." When someone criticizes you unfairly, your first instinct is to defend yourself, to argue, to prove them wrong. But that's your ego talking. Imagine this. You've worked for weeks on something important, and someone mocks or dismisses it. You want to react, but when you respond with silence, something powerful happens. You take away their power. You show that their words can't control you. If what they said is false, it doesn't matter. If it's true, silence gives you the space to improve. Either way, you win. Silence is your strength. It proves you belong to yourself, not to the judgment of others. 2. When others boast. Seneca said, "Work in silence. Let success make the noise." When people boast about money, status, or possessions, resist the urge to compete. The one who boasts reveals insecurity. The one who stays silent reveals confidence. Your silence says, "I don't need to prove myself." Let your actions speak. Let your work, your character, your calmness do the talking. Boastful noise fades quickly, but quiet power, that lasts. 3. When you're angry. Epictetus warned, "Better to trip with the feet than with the tongue." Anger is a test. When your blood boils, your tongue becomes your greatest enemy. In those moments, pause, breathe, say nothing. Because silence in anger is not weakness, it's transformation. It turns rage into reflection. It gives you time to choose wisdom over impulse. Ask yourself, what matters more, winning the argument or keeping my peace? The storm will pass, and when it does, you'll be grateful for every word you didn't say. 4. When facing rumors or lies. Marcus Aurelius said, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." When lies spread about you, you may want to defend yourself loudly. But remember, truth needs no defense. Those who know your character don't need explanations. Those who believe rumors won't believe reason. So let time do the talking. Let your actions prove your truth. Silence in this moment is dignity. It says, "I trust myself. I trust time." And in the end, truth always outlives lies. 5. When dealing with loss or pain. Seneca wrote, "What need is there to weep over parts of life? The whole of it calls for tears." The Stoics didn't run from pain, they accepted it. When you lose something, a loved one, a dream, or a version of yourself, words can't heal that, but silence can hold it. Silence gives you space to breathe, to grieve, to grow. Pain transforms you when you stop resisting it. When you sit quietly with your sorrow, you allow strength to take root. Silence doesn't erase pain, it turns it into wisdom. 6. When you're insulted. Epictetus said, "If someone speaks ill of you, remember they do not know all your faults, or they would not have mentioned only these." Insults hurt only if you let them. If someone tries to provoke you, and you stay silent, you win. Because silence confuses the small-minded. It shows that you can't be pulled into their chaos. Even great men like Gandhi and Mandela faced insults, but they never reacted with rage. They let their silence speak louder than any defense. That is self-mastery. That is true strength. The final lesson: silence is not empty. It is full of discipline, patience, and strength. When criticized, silence disarms. When others boast, silence commands respect. When angry, silence protects peace. When lied about, silence preserves dignity. When grieving, silence heals. When insulted, silence shows mastery. The world tells you to react. The Stoic tells you to pause. Because the one who controls their tongue controls their life. Here's your challenge. This week, choose one moment: criticism, anger, insult, and practice silence. Feel its power. Feel how calm it makes you. And remember, the loud are often lost. The silent are always in control. If Stoic wisdom strengthens you, subscribe and walk this path with us. Together, we'll master calmness in a world addicted to noise.